forehand, backhand.
Today we're going to work on anticipation. How early can you start getting to read your opponent's shot that you can tell whether you're going to hit a forehand or a backhand? And as you get better and as you're practicing, if you're at a higher level, you can also start to make those decisions as, do I want to hit a reset? Do I want to hit a counter? I mean, you can make this however you want. You can train whatever shot you're wanting to anticipate, but today we're gonna make it very simple, very basic, and just learning, am I ready for my forehand? Am I ready for my backhand? And how early can I start taking that paddle back? And so we'll start very, very simple, where I'm just feeding balls to Susannah, and I'll feed them either to the forehand or to the backhand. And I want her, as soon as she sees the direction of the ball, she's actually gonna call out loud, forehand, backhand, backhand. And then as we get her to really understand and get good at that, then we can make it into a live ball where I'm hitting the ball and she has to make that decision and call that ball out loud as soon as she sees it while we're playing.
Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand, forehand.
As you can see, when Susannah was getting ready, not only was she calling the ball out loud, but she was already taking her paddle back to get her ready for the shot. When we are playing live, we not only want to anticipate so that we are better set up and balanced to hit the shot, but you want actually space and time to make a decision about what you want to do with the ball. So if I'm only reacting to the ball, meaning I'm only choosing to take my paddle back when the ball is on my side of the court, I'm reacting to the rally. I'm just hitting the ball, it's on my feet, I'm just maybe hitting. I don't know if I want to hit a drop, if I want to hit a drive, if I want to attack, if I want to be aggressive. But by really taking that paddle back and anticipating, she doesn't have to think about if it's at a forehand or a backhand. She now has space to think about what to do with the ball and where does she want to go to the ball. So now we're going to do it live, where she's actually going to hit the ball back at me, and she still has to make that decision. Forehand, backhand, the ball's gonna be a little bit quicker, so I'm not feeding it to her, and she has to be thinking about saying that out loud. Forehand, backhand, backhand. Ideally, you're making that choice before my ball crosses the plane of the net. That will be the ideal timing. If she's making that choice when the ball is bouncing, it's too late. Okay, so now we're playing live.
Forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand, forehand, backhand, forehand, 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 forehand.
Nice.
Forehand, backhand, 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 forehand, backhand, forehand, 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 backhand, forehand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand, forehand, backhand. Woo!
So you can tell that Susannah is even taking her paddle back even before she's saying it out loud. So it's obviously ingrained in her that she's anticipating the ball so early that naturally her first step is taking out and she's already taking her paddle back and then she's saying it, right? So she's anticipating that ball extremely early. If you want to make it more challenging and collaborating, we can actually challenge each other, right? So not only is she calling it, I can call it too. Like I said, this is a drill that you can do from the baseline. You can do it at the kitchen line. You can do it for speed ups. You can do it for drives. You can choose whatever you want to work on to get better at anticipating that specific shot. Yeah.
Forehand,
Backhand,
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 forehand,
backhand,
forehand,
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 backhand,
forehand,
backhand,
forehand,
backhand,
forehand,
backhand,
backhand,
backhand, opa,
forehand,
backhand,
forehand,
backhand,
backhand,
forehand,
forehand, forehand,
backhand,
forehand.
backhand. Yes. So getting comfortable to do this, one, you're also breathing, so you're practicing just letting that air out. You're not just holding your breath in, so you're actually able to see how much she's speaking out loud and getting more energy out. but also practicing just talking to your partner. I think that's something that we can always get better at. And in this case, I'm getting my partner comfortable saying a word, speaking out loud, using that outside voice. If you like that drill, if you want more, like, subscribe, keep following us.